Thank you for asking me to share tonight. So I have been in Tupperware for 22 years this month, and or in August, I should say. In August, it was 22 years. And when I first came into Tupperware, I went to a Tupperware party at my cousin's, and then another cousin had a party. So I went to her party, and the lady talked about how you could make a little extra money if you wanted to. And I had just quit my full-time job and for the first time had gone down to part-time, and we had three kids at the time. And when I worked full-time, I always put money into the Christmas club. That's what my mom always did. Like, she had a Christmas club she put money into all year long because you pay for things as you buy them, right? So I didn't have a way to put money into my Christmas club fund because I had a little paycheck because I was only working part-time. And remember, we had three kids. So I went to this party and I thought, well, what she's doing doesn't look too hard. And as I was leaving, she said, well, if you want to look at it, the kid's in the back of my car and my car's unlocked, so you can take a look at it if you want. And I was like, okay. So as I'm leaving, I walk out to the car and I walk by her car and I peek inside, and I went ahead and I opened up the back of her car and her starter kit was in there. So I went home and I was talking to Gary about it, and I called a few people. Hey, if I would try this out, would you have a party for me? And I had some people say, oh yeah, sure, we can do that. So I jumped in and started doing some Tupperware parties and started making some money. And yep, I sure paid for Christmas that year. That was my goal. I wanted to pay for Christmas with money outside of our regular income. And then in the spring, I went on bed rest. I was pregnant with our fourth. And so then remember, 22 years ago, the internet was still pretty new, guys. We hardly even had email. I waited to get the sales specials in the mail. It came to me in the mail, and that's what I used, that flyer. And I could buy catalogs, of course, but I waited for that to come in the mail. And I had to take a break because I was on bed rest. And then after we had Logan, I started picking it up a little bit again. And I tell you, I didn't know I was really going to do this job. And it took me 2 years to buy a stamp for my catalogs. I just wasn't committed at all. But I kept doing like 2 or 3, sometimes even 4 parties in a month. And it just kept going. And eventually I figured out that I was making more money selling Tupperware than I was working part-time at the job. Plus I had to have a babysitter and all of that other stuff. So we switched over and I started doing the Tupperware full-time. And Breakthrough, actually, when we changed programs, went into Breakthrough, I was sent through as a manager. And I was like, I don't know what that means because I haven't even been to a meeting. I lived 2.5 hours from Cincinnati. We had 4 little kids, had a whole life going on, didn't even understand anything. But I started making more money. And then Stephanie Price encouraged me. She said, come with me to a meeting. And finally, I went with her to Cincinnati, met our business leader at the time, Cheryl and Dave, and everything changed. So sometimes when you are at a level and you kind of get pushed into something you don't even think you want, or you don't even know that you're ready for, it's like an amazing thing. And so I came into Tupperware to make money for Christmas. And since then, Tupperware has made our house payment. Tupperware, it continues to make our house payment. If you would have told me that we would earn a trip to Hawaii for free, that was one of our goals when we got married. For our 10-year anniversary, we wanted to go to Hawaii. And on our 12th anniversary, Tupperware sent us there for free. And so that was an amazing opportunity for us that I never thought we would ever really get to do. It was a dream, but it wasn't really anything I thought we would ever truly get to do. And we got to go for free. Since then, we have gone to Hawaii twice. We have taken our kids to Disney twice. Tupperware money paid for us to be able to take our kids to Universal Studios. So we did that trip. We earned our G6. You can see my picture back there in the corner. In 2008, we got the keys handed to us, the title, our 2008 G6 Pontiac convertible. I know Loretta has one as well, or did have one. And so we earned that car. We have had a company card for many years. So I'm just here to tell you, if you're looking for a little bit, we can help you with that. If you are looking for a career, if you are looking for a real opportunity, we can help you with that too, because so many things have happened for us. We traveled to that same year we went to Hawaii. 6 weeks later, we went on the Tupperware trip to Paris, where I met Loretta and Steve for the first time, and we have been friends ever since. We earned our car that same year. Just so many amazing things in the trips that we have earned ever since then. Truly, this is an opportunity for anyone. So I always tell everyone at my parties, if you're looking for a little, I can help you with that. If you're looking for a lot, I can help you with that too, because I have ran the spectrum in this business, and it is truly something that everyone should try. You just never know where it's going to take you. And we're coming into record breaker, which when I was, newer in Tupperware, and it was a big thing to hit 3,200. We got a bigger bonus at 3,200 in sales. So I remember that being my goal. And then I remember bouncing it up to that 5,000. And then it was, can you hit 10,000? And I thought, no, absolutely not. I cannot do 10,000 in 1 month. That's crazy. Well, I had done lots of months at $10,000. And my biggest record breaker was 18,000. And I did a lot of parties, of course. I'm a big home party person. I did a lot of home parties, but I also make sure that I put into my schedule the online parties, the Facebook parties, the book parties, the home parties, the everyone wins, so that, you're always looking for those different avenues so that you're really getting sales from a lot of places. Because if things happen, you want to have that other outlet, that other way of reaching out to people, which is so perfect in what we have right now with the virtual party option and the in-person option. It's really something you can utilize. And the thing that really turned my business around, other than Tupperware forcing me into being a manager, was when I really started treating my business as a business and not a hobby. And I started setting boundaries, and I really looked for 2 parties a week. We were taught 2 parties a week is the answer. And when I focused on that, I started doing 2 parties a week. Next thing I knew, I was actually doing 3 or 4 parties a week. And just the business exploded, and the consistency really paid off. So I truly believe you can do anything that you set your mind to in this business. We have so many opportunities. So go out, think of what you want to see happen, get your family on board, and you truly can have the biggest and best record breaker ever. So thanks for letting me share, Pam.
Oh my goodness, thank you so much for sharing. So tell us a little bit, what are you the most proud of? Everything you had such an amazing career. What are you the most proud of all your things you've done?
Well, for our family, I have to say that Gary and I are so blessed. We have 4 great kids, and we just made this is our last semester on our youngest. He's graduating in December. And so we have put all 4 of them through college. 2 of the 4 are married. We're expecting our 3rd grandbaby, and we've just been able to do so many great things with our kids, and to allow them to see the work ethic, and that when you set goals that you can really make things happen, and to be able to take those family trips absolutely is the best thing. As far as my team goes, there was a couple years back, our team was recognized as number 2 on the Queen's Court in director sales. And I remember being up there thinking, what is happening? What is going on? So being on the stage at Jubilee and being number 2 for our team was phenomenal. That was really one of the greatest achievements. Just always the team goals are what I get the most excited about.